Hello again. We simply want to take a moment to show you a little bit more of the structure of our team here at the University of Ottawa. Now, of course, we do have a website featuring the greater team. I also want to just take a moment to show you kind of the organizational chart of our team. So if you'll just bear with me. Here you can kind of see what the team looks like. So we have our director, Sylvie Turnbull, as well as our senior information officer, Chanel, and the top echelon of the structure. Then underneath, you have four different senior leads for the different markets. So you have myself, Phil, taking care of the Americas and Europe. You have Tierno in Africa. You have Marc-Andre taking care of South Asia and the Middle East, and as well as Jin taking care of East and Southeast Asia. Working with all of these senior leads are our official in-country representatives. So you may be one of them yourself if you're watching this video, but you also may be interacting with them more regularly in your market. So we have from left to right, we have Mirela in Sao Paulo, David right outside of Mexico City. We have Collins and Ife who are located in Lagos, Nigeria. We have Abby who is in India, as well as Shu and John in Beijing and in Shanghai, China. Last but not least, our team always hires 2 or 3 full-time or part-time students throughout the year, in fact, through every semester. And so this gives you an idea of the structure of our team. But of course, as usual, if you want more information, just take a look at our website. So if you type U Ottawa International Market Development or International Recruitment, you'll see the team listed here. It's pretty straightforward, you know, who we are, which regions we support, and we have here linked our in-country representatives, as I've mentioned. And of course, as we grow our agency network, we will continue to list those partners and agencies that we work with around the world. So again, if you have any questions regarding this, please don't be shy. You can always consult the website or simply reach out to us. That way we can give you all the information that you are looking for regarding our international recruitment efforts. Thank you very much. Now for a quick overview of information that's available to you when you're speaking to students from a specific country. So remember, general rule of thumb when you're talking to students, in a nutshell, you tell them that it's not really about the country from where they're from, but it's more about the curriculum that they are studying. That will help us determine their admission average as well as the prerequisites that they need to do. However, of course, different countries have different national curriculums, and for that, we have developed some resources for you to use. We receive applications from all over the world. However, some countries will receive more applications from them. So for that purpose, we've created specific country profiles for you to be able to consult, and of course, for parents and students to be able to consult. Where do you find this information? Pretty straightforward. You just, again, Google U Ottawa International Admissions or International Application. You'll inevitably end up on this international applicants website. And simply, as you scroll down past the first 2 or 3 steps about how to apply and how to find out the prerequisites, there's 2 important drop downs I want you to see. The first one is the required level of study by country. So for example, if you're speaking to a student from Bahrain, you know that they need the general secondary education certificate. This makes it nice and clear what is the minimum level of studying they need to complete in order to do an undergraduate degree. And then for specific countries, we do have another drop down. At step number 2, it's find your country. Now, not all the countries are here, but we have started listing more and more countries from where we get applications. So for example, if you're speaking to a parent or a student from India, you'll be able to click here on the India website. It'll tell you a little bit more about why University of Ottawa is an attractive option for students from India and what students from India need to know when it comes to applying at the University of Ottawa. There'll be special terms saying, you know, in India, you say All India Senior School Certificate. In Canada, we say high school diploma. So this really helps with the conversation to make sure that nothing gets lost in translation. You have here requirements for students that are out of high school or requirements for students that are already studying after high school in India. And if you continue to scroll down, you'll have specific information regarding a student that is from India and what the admission averages are for various programs. And we are slowly building out that information for you to be able to consult. It'll tell you about the documents that they need, the language requirements that they need, and so on and so forth. And just as importantly, some supplementary information that you'll find on various country websites that are very specific to each country. For example, We Make Scholars here is something regarding India. And last but not least, our U Ottawa representatives that are stationed all over the world. So for example, if you were working in South Asia or the Middle East, you would most likely talk to Abby at some point in time. He is our India-based representative, full-time staff of the University of Ottawa. And so he can obviously help you with this. And this applies to essentially all of the different countries that you see here. So depending on which country you're interested in, for example, if you go to Nigeria, you'll find information that is specific to Nigeria. And then if I scroll down really quick, you'll find information, for example, of Tierno that is responsible for this region in Africa. So that being said, if you have any questions, as usual, never hesitate to get in touch with us. We are always happy to answer your questions. Let's talk about admission requirements for students in the French system. So the French lycée is recognized by the AEFE, which we can find in many countries around the world. If you're speaking to one of these students, you can always refer to our website, which shows the requirements for these types of students. So once you get on the website, you scroll down a little bit, it'll tell you a little bit more about the University of Ottawa, the basic benefits of studying in one of our bachelor's programs, and then you'll find the admission requirements for students in the French lycée. In a nutshell, they have to be in the process of completing their baccalaureate or classe terminale, minimum average of 11 on 20, and this does not guarantee admission. They sometimes need a minimum average which is higher, such as 12, 13, 14, or even 15 and 16 on 20. They must complete the prerequisites. So for example, if they want to go into business, they need to complete not just a language class, but also a math class. And finally, because they are in a French system, and if they are applying to an English language program, they will most likely have to submit an English proficiency test. For questions on language requirements, please consult our video on language requirements and the exemptions available to those students. There are other links here about the GC or the American High School curriculum. We will go over those in a separate video. If you scroll down a little bit more, you'll have every program here listed for you for students that are looking to get admitted from the French lycée. It will show you here the admission averages. So as I've mentioned, food and nutrition science 11 on 20, but health sciences 14 on 20, and so on and so forth. Let me just scroll up here and close this menu. If you scroll down, they'll tell you about the required documents. So students typically ask, can I submit my application even though I haven't finished high school? Of course, the answer is yes. They must be available to submit their transcripts from their previous last year of high school, so what we call classe première. And then ideally, typically in the French school schedule, they will have their first trimester grades around January, February, so they should submit those as well. After which they graduate, they must submit their baccalaureate results, but those are typically used to confirm an offer of admission because they've already received a conditional offer of admission. They might get advanced standing depending on certain classes that they've certain classes that they've completed in the lycée, if they've had certain grades, especially in a language course. Otherwise, any other information that you find is available here. As you can see, my picture is there. Should probably update that picture. So you can always email me if you have questions about the French lycée requirements. Thank you. Hello again, and welcome to yet another training for the University of Ottawa. So right now, we're just going to go down to find the training for GCE students, right? So whether you're in Brazil or Mexico, you're talking to a student, or for example, in Kenya and in Nigeria, and you find a student that is doing the British curriculum or the GCE curriculum, you could simply go follow the steps that I'm doing here to find the information for the GCE curriculum. So if you scroll down, it is right here. So you'll see, of course, that all applicants in the GCE program must meet two big conditions. Must have passed at least 2 A-level subjects and completed 5 overall subjects, and that's either the AS or the O level. Please note that they need a minimum O level English with a grade of B for all of the programs. Otherwise, the prerequisites for the programs have to be A or AS levels with a minimum grade of B. Okay, we do have a way to give students an A level equivalent if they do 2 AS level subjects. As you know, the GC curriculum is a little bit complex sometimes, so do keep that in mind. But you can always refer back to the information on this webpage when you're talking to that type of student. Otherwise, students, let's see, we got here about the English language proficiency test. So please note that students who are required to submit results of an English language proficiency test do not need to have O-level English. So this allows them to essentially have done no O-level English, but submit a TOEFL or an IELTS. At the essence of it all, math, if they have a math prerequisites, for example, for economics or business or engineering, it has to be at the A or AS level. We won't look at the general paper. We do not issue admissions based on predicted grades. But students can submit the predicted grades for us to get an idea of where they are, where they stand academically. And they essentially need a minimum average overall of B or higher in their GC curriculum in order to be able to gain admission. There is always a little bit of information on transfer credits. So in this case, for A-level subjects, a student might get some transfer credits. Otherwise, if you have any questions about the GCE curriculum, or really any questions for that matter, never hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you. Hello and welcome to another short training video for the University of Ottawa. We're just going to break down a few of the admission requirements by curriculum. So again, when you're talking to parents and students, remember it's less important about which country they studied in. It's very much more important what curriculum they studied, right? So you could have a student that's in Turkey, but they're studying in an American high school, or a student that's in Bangladesh and is studying an IB diploma. And that's really the kind of question you want to ask the student, not where you're studying, but what is your curriculum. Now, you'll undoubtedly be familiar with this website if you've been following along with the trainings or have you been working with us for some time. Most of the information that you need for undergraduate students are here at the undergraduate international applicants page. If you simply scroll down a little bit past the timelines and the training videos, you'll find information about language requirements, prerequisite course deadlines, and of course, admission information specific to the student. And we do have here some links for particular curriculums. So I'm just going to go with the IB curriculum to start. So if you scroll down here, you'll see the requirements are pretty straightforward. We do offer students admission when they have the IB diploma. They have to do 6 subjects, 3 at the HL and 3 at the SL level. Minimum cutoff average is 29 in arts and social sciences, and moving up the scale like 32, 33 for business, and higher into engineering. So that's really the gist of it. If you look down here, there is a little blurb about math analysis, which is acceptable for all engineering, science, and management program. Very importantly, new this year is the IBCP program, the career-related program. So this does allow students to still get admission to the University of Ottawa, however, only in arts, social sciences, and the business or the Telfer School of Management. Again, you can see the requirements right here. Do note that if a student is doing a IB certificate, they cannot be considered for admission to the University of Ottawa. And we do offer transfer credits. There's a whole other video and section about transfer credits, but we do put it here as well. An IB student can receive transfer credits for HL courses. So that's just a quick 2.5-minute video about the IB curriculum requirements. Please check out the other ones for the other types of curriculums. Thank you.
Hello again, and welcome to another training for the University of Ottawa. Now, if you've been following along, you see that we've covered a few different curriculums, the French curriculum, the IB curriculum, the GCE curriculum. So right now, let's talk about the American curriculum. Now, you're most likely very familiar with this website already. If you scroll down, you'll find the requirements specific by curriculum, which is what we're talking about today. You'll notice that for the American curriculum, once you go through the IB and the GCE, for the American pattern curriculum, the University of Ottawa website will actually refer you to a page that we created just for the United States, as we are, of course, very active in the United States, considering its geographic proximity to Canada. There's a little bit more information here about language proficiency test, but since this training is more about the US curriculum and the requirements, let's go to that web page right now. And so as we can find here on the US specific web page, if you scroll down, you'll have a step-by-step guide for the admission where the students will see the steps that they have to take. And the one we're focusing on in this training is the eligibility criteria like we have for the other curriculums. So pretty straightforward. Student must be in the process of finishing American high school, meet a minimum average anywhere between 75 to 85% is typically what we tell students depending on their program. And of course, having passed the prerequisites to their program of study. Now, you may find yourself sometimes with a student talking to you that their GPA is on a 4.0 scale or a weighted 4.0 scale. If you have any doubts, you can always just check on Google really quick how an American 4.0 GPA converts into percentage, or you can always just write us and we'll help you figure it out. But once you get used to it, you'll see what it means. You know, when a student says, I have a 3.2 GPA, how much percentage that means, which is what we use then to evaluate their application for admission. But essentially, that's as simple as it gets for an American high school student, or a student rather in an American curriculum anywhere in the world. As always, any questions, just reach out to us.
There are so many reasons why Canada is a fantastic place for international students. Let's take a look. If you want to earn while you learn, your study permit may allow you to work. Canada's colleges and universities offer co-op programs, work placements, and internships. You can earn money while gaining practical experience. There are also many scholarships available to international students, and there are thousands of programs to choose from in Canada. Learn from experts in science, technology, and innovation. You can take part in leading-edge research and development at world-class institutions. You can also get credit for academic credentials you've already earned. You'll feel at home in both our communities and classrooms. Canada is an open, safe, and multicultural diverse society. International students have many career opportunities in Canada. With the postgraduate work permit, gain valuable work experience needed for immigration. Canada also supports entrepreneurs who want to start businesses. And if you choose to return home, you'll still enjoy all the knowledge and skills you've gained in Canada. When you're not busy studying, you can explore Canada. Travel is safe and easy. Experience Canada's vibrant cities, charming towns, and incredible outdoor adventures in every season. choose Canada to pursue your education abroad. To learn more, visit educanada.ca.
What do you know about Canada? It's big, cold, and filled with people who say sorry.
Every year, Canada opens its doors to hundreds of thousands of international students just like you. Now, despite the recent changes and the implementation of a cap on international students, there are still plenty of reasons to consider studying here. If you're searching for the perfect place to continue your education and kickstart your future, look no further. Here are 10 reasons why you should study in Canada. Number 1, world-class quality. There's no doubt about it, Canada's education system is top-notch and respected worldwide. Getting a degree from a Canadian university isn't just impressive, it's a mark of quality and trust. Many of Canada's universities hit the top 100 in global rankings, giving you access to the latest knowledge and tech. Plus, the education system here is more than just book smarts. It pushes you to master key skills like critical thinking, teamwork, and communication, skills that are crucial for succeeding both in life and your future career. Number 2, relatively affordable. Besides the top-notch education, another huge plus for studying in Canada is how affordable it is. Compared to other popular study destinations like the US, UK, or Australia, Canada's tuition fees are generally lower, especially for postgraduate degrees. Additionally, there are numerous scholarships, bursaries, and financial aid options available, helping reduce the financial burden. This affordability makes Canada an attractive option for those seeking high-quality education and value for money. Number 3, welcoming and multicultural. Another reason to study in Canada is its inclusive atmosphere. Canada's commitment to multiculturalism can be seen through the multitude of events and festivals that honor its unique cultural fabric. From celebrating Indigenous cultures, the dazzling Diwali festival, to the lively Oktoberfest and vibrant Asian Heritage Month, Canada embraces a diverse range of traditions. Number 4, travel adventures. Beyond the classroom, Canada is a treasure trove of natural wonders. The country boasts of some of the world's most stunning natural attractions, like the majestic Rocky Mountains, the thunderous Niagara Falls, and the lush greenery of British Columbia's rainforests. For those who prefer not to venture far, Canada's local parks, beaches, hiking trails, ski resorts, and downtown cores offer endless opportunities for recreation. Number 5, safety and stability. Canada is recognized globally not just for its scenic beauty and top-notch education, but for also being one of the safest countries in the world. Cities like Toronto and Vancouver are popular among international students because of their high quality of education and high standard of safety, where they can focus on their studies and go about their daily activities with peace of mind. Meanwhile, smaller communities like Sherbrooke in Quebec, Halifax in Nova Scotia, and Lethbridge in Alberta provide their own safe havens for people seeking a close-knit community and a slower pace of life. Whether you live in a bustling city or a quiet town, Canada's dedication to security and social well-being provides an environment conducive for academic success and a bright future. Number 6, work while studying. One of the standout perks of studying in Canada is the flexibility it offers international students to work while studying. This not only helps with managing living expenses, but also provides valuable work experience even before you graduate. International students in Canada have 3 main options for employment during their studies: on-campus work, off-campus work, and co-op work placements. Students can engage in on-campus work, taking jobs within their college or university that are conveniently flexible around their academic schedules. On the other hand, off-campus work is permitted up to 20 hours per week during term time, and take note, this is increasing to 24 hours in the fall of 2024, with full-time hours allowed during breaks like summer and winter. Additionally, co-op work placements add another dimension by embedding job experiences into your study program, offering invaluable industry exposure and professional growth in your specific field. This combination of work and study is significantly appealing, enriching students' experiences and boosting their career prospects after graduation. Number 7, work after graduation. If you think working while studying was cool, we have even better news for you. One of the most exclusive benefits for international students in Canada is the unparalleled opportunity to stay and work after graduation through the Post-Graduation Work Permit program. The PGWP is not just any work permit, it's an open work permit, allowing you to work for any employer for as many hours as you like and anywhere you want in Canada for up to 3 years. This flexibility enables you to explore various career paths and industries, which is beneficial for building a robust resume and making solid professional connections. Remember, only international graduates have access to the PGWP, and it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, making it a unique chance you wouldn't want to miss. Number 8, strong support programs for students. When you study in Canada, you'll find tons of support that help you adjust and get settled. Besides orientation programs, Canadian universities and colleges have dedicated international student services that help with things like visas, academic planning, career advice, language support, mental wellness, and other helpful resources. This extensive support ensures that you feel at home and thrive academically and personally during your time in Canada. Number 9, pathway to permanent residency. Canada isn't just a great place to study and work, it's also a stepping stone to make it your new home. Your Canadian education and work experience can be valuable for several federal and provincial programs that offer pathways to permanent residency. For instance, the Canadian Experience class is perfect for those who've worked in Canada for at least 1 year. The Federal Skilled Worker Program is another option, ideal for those with foreign skills and work experience, while various provincial nominee programs offer a route to permanent residency if you can meet local labor market needs. Not to forget, for those studying in Quebec, there are unique Quebec immigration options tailored to keep graduates in the province too. Last but not least, you can study in English or French or both. As one of the few countries in the world where both English and French are the official languages, Canada offers a unique environment for students. Firstly, it deepens your appreciation of Canada's many cultural quirks. Secondly, it sets you apart in today's competitive job market, providing a clear advantage locally and globally. And lastly, and most notably, proficiency in French opens up additional pathways for permanent residency in Canada. Think about it. Opting to study in Canada isn't just a smart choice, it's a strategic move that sets you up for both personal growth and professional success. Bonus round. Your spouse or common law partner can work too. Spouses or common law partners of students studying in certain programs, including master's or PhD programs, are eligible to apply for a spousal open work permit, allowing them to work full-time for any employer in Canada. This work permit is valid as long as you maintain your student status and can be extended when you transition to working a post-graduation work permit. There you have it, folks. Canada, with its world-class education, multiculturalism, safe, affordable living, offers a unique blend of opportunities for international students. Whether you're enticed by the prospect of exciting travel experiences, the freedom to work while studying, or the clear pathways to PR, Canada is the place that fulfills all your aspirations. Have I convinced you to study in Canada yet?
Know about Canada. It's big, cold, and filled with people who say sorry differently from people in the US, right? And while that's true, there's so much more to this country. I mean, it's the birthplace of ice hockey, the home of polite lumberjacks drinking double-doubles, Denmark's worst enemy, and the country with the tallest man-made building up until like 2010. Furthermore, some of the most famous people in the world are Canadian, and Canada has also played a key role in many international stories over the years. It's safe to say that this country is, well, amazing. So let's find out what we should all know about this country, as this is Canada Explained. Canada is the northernmost country in North America. It shares a land border with the United States. At 8,890 kilometers, this is the longest international border in the world. And this is because Canada is absolutely massive. With a total area of 9,984,670 square kilometers, Canada is the second largest country in the world by size, behind only Russia. This area includes 9,093,507 square kilometers of land, and with the remaining 11.76% being water. Canada also has the largest coastline of any country, totaling roughly 243,000 kilometers. Canada borders 3 oceans, the Atlantic, the Arctic and the Pacific, and this is why the national motto is Amari usque ad mare, or for those of you who don't speak Latin, from sea to sea. With such a large area, Canada has many types of terrain. There are rainforests in the west coast, flat plains in the west and center, boreal forests in the center and east, and tundra in the north. Canada also has around 52,000 islands. The highest point in the country is Mount Logan, which stands at 5,959 meters in the St. Elias Mountains in the Yukon Territory. The largest lake that's entirely within Canada is Great Bear Lake in the Northwest Territories, which has a surface area of 31,328 square kilometers. Canada's deepest lake, at a depth of 614 meters, is the unfortunately named Great Slave Lake, also in the Northwest Territories. Canada's longest river is the Mackenzie River at 4,241 kilometers long. With Canada's immense size, it only makes sense that it's a country rich in natural resources. Some of the most important resources are lumber, agricultural products, oil, gas, and mined minerals. And while fishing is still an important industry, it's not as key to Canada's economy as it was in the colonial era. Perhaps the most important natural resource in Canada, historically, is beaver pelt. European demand for beaver fur led French and English explorers, trappers, and traders to go further into what would become Canada, trading with various First Nations to secure the highly valuable pelts. And this is why beaver is Canada's national animal. For a long time, Canada wasn't a hub for mass European settlement like other New World countries to the south. And there are several reasons for this, but the major one is the climate. If you know anything about Canada, you know that it gets cold there. Like, very cold. The coldest temperature ever recorded was a negative 63 degrees Celsius at Snag in the Yukon Territory on February 3rd, 1947. Of course, most Canadians don't live this far north. They live closer to the US border in places like Vancouver on the west coast, where winters and summers see mild temperatures, and Canada's largest city, Toronto, is closer to the east and sees cold winters and hot summers. According to the 2021 census, Canada's population is 36,991,981, and official estimates today put that number at 38,939,056. This makes Canada the 37th most populous country in the world, between Ukraine and Poland. Canada comprises 10 provinces and 3 lesser populated territories. With a population of 40,223,942, Ontario is by far the most populous province. Little Prince Edward Island is the least populous, with only 154,331 people living there. The second most populous province, Quebec, is notable for being primarily francophone. While the country's official languages are English and French, New Brunswick is the only province to be officially bilingual. With a city proper population of 2,794,356 and a metro population of 6,202,225, Toronto is Canada's largest city and largest population center. Toronto has been recognized as the most diverse city in the world, highlighting the importance of immigration and multiculturalism in Canada. The next largest city is Montreal, then Calgary, and then the national capital, Ottawa. Canada's form of government is a federal parliamentary constitutional monarchy. As part of the Commonwealth realm, Canada's current monarch is Charles III. His representative in Canada is a Governor General, a position currently held by Mary Simon. The head of government is the Prime Minister. Justin Trudeau is the 23rd and current Prime Minister, having first been elected to the Prime Minister's office in 2015. The national anthem is O Canada, and the flag features a red field with a white square in the middle, in which sits an 11-pointed red maple leaf. And this has been Canada's flag since 1965. The currency is the Canadian dollar, and did you know that Canadians call their $1 coin a loonie? It's true, it's not because they're crazy or anything like that, but because one side of the coin features a loon. And when Canada introduced a $2 coin, Canadians continued this quirky tradition by dubbing it the toonie. Canada's economy is highly developed and highly mixed. It is the 9th largest economy in the world, with a nominal GDP per capita of $2.14 trillion. This puts Canada's economy just below Russia and just above Italy. The unemployment rate is 5.7%. The value of Canada's export was $779.2 billion in 2022, and the value of its imports was $757.4 billion. The United States is by far Canada's largest trading partner, with the trade between the two nations valued at $908.9 billion. Indigenous people have been living in what's now Canada for at least 12,000 years. These include First Nations Inuit and Métis, who are people of mixed ancestry with their own unique culture. Some of the most prominent First Nations in Canada include the Cree, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee. The first Europeans to visit what would become Canada were the Vikings. They established a settlement in Lansdowne Meadows, in modern-day Newfoundland, in or around the 11th century. They didn't stay for long though, and it would be roughly 400 years before the Europeans visited again. For about 200 years, Britain and France squabbled over Canadian lands, often fighting against and along with various First Nations. This culminated during the 7 Years' War. In 1759, the British won a decisive victory at the Battle of Plains of Abraham just outside Quebec City, effectively ending New France. Both British and French Canadians, as well as First Nations allies, fought against American troops in the American Revolution and the War of 1812. Canadians rebelled against undemocratic colonial rule in 1837 and 1838. The British squashed these uprisings, but did allow limited self-government and eventually Canadian Confederation. The British North America Act created the Dominion of Canada on July 1, 1867. This process of sovereignty continued with the passing of the Statute of Westminster of 1931. This granted Canada and other Commonwealth dominions authority over their foreign policies. Canada was de facto fully independent by this point, but the British Parliament still had the theoretical right to amend the Canadian Constitution. And this ended with the Constitution Act of 1982. In 1967, Canada consisted of only 4 provinces, but Canadian settlers continued moving westwards. This process led to the displacement of First Nations, Métis and Inuit peoples. During the centuries of European colonialism and the growth of Canada as a country, many indigenous people died from warfare and from diseases introduced by the Europeans. Today, 1,807,530 Canadians claim indigenous ancestry. There have always been tensions within Canada between Anglophones and Francophones, meaning English speakers and French speakers. This tension even briefly turned violent in the 1960s and 70s. Quebec has held 2 referenda on separation from Canada in 1980 and 1995. The Remain side won both times, but only barely in 1995. Most current polls in Quebec shows that secession is not as popular as it once was. Canada's relationships with the United States is its most important international dynamic. Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau once said that living next to US is like sleeping next to an elephant, meaning Canada is affected by every American twitch and grunt. Apart from the massive amounts of trade between the 2 nations, there are also close political and military allies. Canada was a founding member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, and many Canadians are proud of the nation's military history, with Canada playing important roles in both world wars and in many subsequent peacekeeping missions. And today, Canada spends an estimated $26.5 billion on defense. The North American Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA, came into effect in 1994 between Canada, the United States and Mexico. This was replaced by the updated United States-Mexico-Canada Act, or USMCA, in 2020. The merits of these deals are still debated today, as it allows for greater trade between the 3 nations. But it has also correlated with a decline in certain Canadian industries, such as auto manufacturing. Canadians generally like to get along with other countries, but there's one nation Canada has clashed with repeatedly, and that country is Denmark. We've already talked about Canada's massive border with the US, but this isn't their only international land border. They actually share a border with Greenland, an autonomous territory of the Kingdom of Denmark. This border is on Hans Island, a small uninhabited barren island in the high Arctic. Starting in 1984, military and diplomatic personnel of both countries would visit Hans Island, plant their nation's flag and leave a bottle of liquor, typically Canadian whiskey or Danish schnapps. This good-natured whiskey war was eventually settled in 2022 when the 2 countries formally decided to share the island. Apart from being cold, Canada is perhaps best known around the world as being the birthplace of ice hockey. Canada has always been a hockey-mad nation, and about 42% of National Hockey League players are Canadian, and Canada regularly wins international tournaments featuring the best players from every country in both men's and women's ice hockey. Some of the greatest NHL players are Canadian, including Gordie Howe, Bobby Orr, Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Patrick Roy, Martin Brodeur, Sidney Crosby and Connor McDavid. And other popular sports in Canada include basketball, curling, gridiron, football and soccer. In fact, basketball was invented by Canadian James Naismith. The highest scoring player in international play in either men's or women's soccer is Canada's Christine Sinclair. Canada is also proud of how many artists and entertainers the country has produced. These include actors such as Ryan Gosling, Jim Carrey, Martin Short, Rachel McAdams, Elliot Page and Simon Lee. In terms of music, Canada has produced mega famous artists like Celine Dion, Shania Twain, Nickelback, The Weeknd, Justin Bieber and Drake. And as a country of immigrants, you can find every type of cuisine in major Canadian cities. And this includes foods like Jewish, Greek, Italian, Portuguese, Ukrainian, Chinese, Indian, Korean, Vietnamese, Arabic, Ethiopian food. But in terms of its own cuisine, Canada is perhaps best known for poutine, a French-Canadian dish consisting of French fries, gravy, and melted cheese curds. And this stuff is as good for your mouth as it is bad for your arteries. The most popular coffee chain is Tim Hortons, where you can get a double-double with a Timbit. And that's a coffee with 2 sugars and 2 creams with a donut hole. The chain was co-founded by hockey player Tim Horton, and their locations can be found all over Canada, though it's now owned by a Canadian-US conglomerate. Some notable tourist attractions in Canada include the CN Tower in Toronto, which as 55.3 meters high, it was for decades the world's tallest freestanding structure, before being surpassed by the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Old Town Montreal and the Petit Champlain neighborhood of Quebec City offer old world charm in North America. Banff National Park in Alberta offers stunning natural beauty, and the Bay of Fundy in New Brunswick features the highest tides in the entire world. Canada shares the Niagara Falls with the United States, but ask any Canadian and they'll tell you the more majestic falls are on the Canadian side. As the second largest country in the world with diverse population of almost 40 million and hundreds of years of history, it's impossible to cover everything in one video. However, it's safe to say that Canada is a lot more than a bunch of polite lumberjacks drinking double-doubles, though there are plenty of those too. But what did we miss? Comment below something you think everybody should know about Canada. Or go learn about another country in the world by clicking one of the videos on your screen right now.
British Columbia Institute of Technology training session. My name is Michael Galley, and I'm the Director of International Recruitment and Admissions at BCIT International. Thank you for being here for this training session to learn all about BCIT. In these training modules, you will learn about the BCIT Advantage, the beautiful city of Vancouver, British Columbia, where BCIT is located, the BCIT programs available to international students, our admissions and entrance requirements, and the student services and support that are available to international students. In this video, we will explain why international students should choose BCIT. First and foremost, BCIT graduates get jobs and are in high demand by top employers. Our current statistics show that there is a 98% employment rate for BCIT degree graduates. What is the reason for this? Applied education. BCIT programs are practical and provide hands-on experience in state-of-the-art training facilities. Work integrated learning. BCIT integrates work-related tasks into everything we do in the classroom, labs, shops, and so on, so that it is not just theory that students are learning. They are learning to practice the skills they will use when they start working in their field. As well, there are co-op, practicum, internship, and business project work placements that get students out working in industry. This helps them to bridge between the learning and practice they get at BCIT and the real world. Industry focused. All BCIT faculty have direct experience in their field. They come to BCIT to teach, not to do research. Our faculty provide students with training directed at specific jobs in industry, so when students graduate, they have the skills and knowledge required by employers. Also, at BCIT, every program has a Program Advisory Committee, or PAC. Each PAC has representatives from different companies who come to meet with our faculty twice a year to discuss the changes occurring in their industry. This way, BCIT knows exactly where industry is going and what skills their employees will need, which means BCIT graduates are highly valuable to the companies that are hiring. Flexible options. BCIT has two modes of program delivery. First, regular intensive daytime programs include 110 to 140 credits in 2 years of intensive study, which is equivalent to a 4-year bachelor in most institutions. Students do not choose their courses. BCIT registers them each term, and they must take and pass each course. Regular programs are high value, and students are able to acquire a massive amount of learning in a short period of time. This is one of the many reasons that BCIT grads find themselves so highly valued by industry. Second, flexible evening and weekend programs allow students to make their own schedules, and as long as they take 9 credits each term, they are full-time students. Please note, they must study 3 terms in the year: January, April, and September. Flexible programs allow students to set the pace of their learning and program completion. And if they wish to work while they study, they have plenty of time for that.
In this video, we will be talking about Vancouver and beautiful British Columbia. Studying in Canada has many benefits, and British Columbia is one of the best places to live and study because of our climate and standard of living. First, as with other post-secondaries, students who complete a minimum of 2-year program at BCIT are eligible to receive postgrad work permit for up to 3 years. Of course, they must satisfy all other RCC requirements. British Columbia is a large province, but of course, the majority of our residents live in the world-class city of Vancouver. Vancouver is frequently ranked one of the best cities in the world due to multiple factors. It is a multicultural environment. Vancouver offers a diverse, multicultural community, making it a welcoming place for students from all over the world. Population. The current metro area population of Vancouver in 2024 is 2.6 million, and it is a 1% increase from 2023. Safety. Vancouver is also recognized as a safe city with one of the lowest crime rates amongst major metropolitan cities. Mild climate. Compared to other Canadian cities, Vancouver has a relatively mild climate with warmer winters and pleasant summers. It is not tropical in winter, but Vancouver and its surroundings area are home to some of the most spectacular temperature rainforests in the Pacific Northwest. Did you know that 25% of the world's temperate rainforests are in British Columbia? The city offers a variety of outdoors activities, such as hiking, skiing, snowboarding, kayaking, and biking, which are easily accessible and add to the quality of student life. In this video, we will be talking about BCIT campuses. BCIT has 5 campuses around Metro Vancouver area. They are not far from each other, about 30 minutes drive. For students who are going to study business, media, computing, digital arts, engineering, health sciences, there is a high chance they will study in our Burnaby main campus. There is a wide range of facilities on this campus, including auto workshops, engineering labs, broadcast studios, 3D printing labs, as well as gym and student residence. Now, please watch a quick tour of our campus. The downtown campus is located in Business and Technology Hub of Vancouver. For students who are going to study business, computing, or digital design, or upgrade their English, they may study on that campus. It is a fabulous campus with many advanced technology facilities. Let's watch the quick tour of that campus. For students who are going to study aircraft maintenance engineering or pilot programs, they will be going to our Aerospace Technology campus. That campus is near Vancouver International Airport. It is an exciting campus with around 30 aircrafts. Let's take a look at the video of that campus. We also have a campus on Annacis Island, which offers many heavy mechanical programs, like heavy-duty truck technology program. Let's have a look at the campus tour.
In this video, we will be talking about BCIT programs. BCIT offers a wide range of credentials to international students, including master's degrees, bachelor's, diplomas, and certificates. BCIT is a polytechnic institute, and we have over 300 programs in business, engineering, including architectural, civil, electrical, and mechanical, computing and IT, broadcast media, including broadcast journalism, television, radio, and digital arts, transportation, including aviation, automotive, and heavy-duty transportation, and health science. The areas most international students are interested in include in business, accounting, finance, and financial planning, business management, business administration, business operations management, global trade and transportation, business information technology management, general insurance and risk management, in construction and engineering, construction, mining, and geomatics, architecture, civil engineering, building engineering, chemical and environmental engineering, electrical and mechanical engineering, aircraft maintenance engineering, automotive service technician and operations, and heavy-duty truck technology. In computing, industrial network cybersecurity, forensic digital cybersecurity, computer systems technology, computer information technology, and full stack web development. And finally, in health science, we have food technology, biomedical engineering, occupational health and safety. Remember, there are over 300 programs available to international students, so please make sure you visit our website to view the complete list of regular and flexible programs. Because of our heavy focus on the needs of industry, BCIT categorizes its programs according to different industries, not faculties. So BCIT has 6 schools, including the School of Business and Media, the School of Computing and Academic Studies, the School of Construction and the Environment, School of Energy, School of Health Science, and the School of Transportation. BCIT programs are delivered in 2 modes. Regular daytime programs follow a fixed course schedule, and the course load can be very intense. For example, students generally take 7 to 9 courses per term. Students do not need to register for courses. The school will assign courses to them every term. There are 2 terms per year, September to December and January to May. Most programs start in September, with a few computing and digital design programs starting in January and April. Tuition is around $22,000 per year as of 2024. Please always refer to our website for up-to-date tuition schedules. Flexible evening and weekend programs. There is more freedom in flexible programs. Students will receive a course list when they are accepted, but it's up to them how many courses and which courses to take each term. For international students, they must sign up for a minimum of 9 credits per term to maintain their status with IRCC, and they must study 3 terms per year, January, April, and September. Most courses are delivered in the evenings and on the weekends, so students would have lots of time to take part-time jobs in the day. Course load is generally less intense in these programs, and we take applications throughout the year. Annual tuition is around $16,200 for 27 credits, but tuition is course-based. So if students sign up for more courses, they would need to pay more tuition. Again, please refer to our website for updated tuition fees. As an example of a regular daytime program, I have selected the Geomatics Engineering Technology program. As you can see, this is 136.5 credits delivered in 2 years. So very intensive, and each level has 7 courses, but the number of credits is different for each term. What you will notice is that every course offered in this program is related to geomatics engineering. So after 2 years of this intensive study, students are extremely well prepared to work in their field. They can go on after this 2-year program and complete another 2 years to finish the bachelor degree in geomatics engineering. But many students will just stop after the diploma and go straight out and work. Now on the screen is an example of a flexible credential program. So we've selected the computer systems certificate because it's very popular. Many international students want to be computer programmers, software developers, and they will apply to the regular CST program, but it is very competitive. So if their grades are not in the 90s, then they can take the flexible program. And the good thing about the flexible program is there's only one entrance requirement. They must have IELTS 6.5 or Duolingo 120, but they don't need to show a math score. So it's a flexible program. Anybody can get in if they have that basic 6.5 IELTS score. And again, in this program, it is not separated into levels. So students can choose to take 3 or 4 courses per term in the flexible programs, and they make their own schedule. They choose the evenings or weekends that they study. They choose the number of courses they take. It's much easier to do a flexible program because it's less intensive. And the final program is financial management, a great business program, 57.5 credits. So this would take a student 2 years to complete. And again, like the computer systems program that certificate that we just saw, they can take 3 or 4 courses per semester, or even 5 if they want. As long as they are doing a minimum of 9 credits, they are full-time. In this video, I will show you how to navigate our website so you can view our programs and all the related information. If you go to our bcit.ca website, our main page, and you scroll down, you will see the international students section. Click on international students. And then if you're searching for programs to show students, give them some different options, you go to international applicants. International students is for students once they have become students at BCIT. But for students who are still thinking about applying, they go to international applicants. And here you'll see some information. You'll see a list of flexible and regular credential programs. I'm going to take us to the regular credential programs. And one of the programs at the top here, I'll go to Chemical and Environmental Technology. Great program, great jobs. This is, again, a 2-year full-time diploma. When students complete this program, they have many options to go straight out to industry to work, or they could continue on for 2 more years to complete the Bachelor in Environmental Engineering. And there are several other options available to them at the bachelor level as well. Now, if you scroll down a little bit, on the left side menu, you will see the entrance requirements. Please pay attention to the application processing. This program is open to applications beginning October 1st or the next business day. If October 1st is a Sunday, then of course we don't open. So we would open for applications on October 2nd, on the Monday. There's no deadline, which means that this program is first qualified, first accepted. It's not competitive. Students don't compete for a seat against other students. They don't need to wait for a deadline to receive a decision. If they apply and they meet all the entrance requirements and there is a seat still available in the program, they will be offered the seat immediately. And usually we process applications within a week or 2. The entrance requirements are just below. And for this program, you'll see English language proficiency, category 2. This is for BC or Canadian high school equivalencies. Grade 12 English with a 67% average. The equivalency to IELTS is 6.5, Duolingo 120. There are a number of other tests that are available as well. And if you need more information, please click on category 2 and it will take you to that section. They also need math, pre-calculus 12 with 73% average, and chemistry 12 with 73% average. That's all they need. They don't need physics. There are no other requirements. If you scroll down a little bit further, you'll see the courses. And again, like the program I showed you earlier in geomatics engineering, this has 4 levels. So first level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 courses. Second term, second level, there's probably 7 or 8 courses. Level 3, another 7 or 8 courses, and level 4. So again, 2-year program. And when they complete it, they have done 139.5 credits. It's very intensive training, but when they graduate, they are job ready. Speaking of jobs, if you scroll down to graduating and jobs, Usually they'll give you a list of the types of jobs that students can apply to when they get out of this program. And then there is a survey that we conduct every 3 years to see how our students are doing in the job market. So in this program, there's a 94% postgraduate employment rate, with 97% education outcomes, that the students were satisfied with the education they received in this program. This is a great program. 94% postgraduate employment is very high. Some programs are higher, some are a little bit lower as well. But you can see all the data on the website. And again, if you look over on the right here, you'll see the survey years range from 2020 to 2022. So they're quite current. There's other information that you can find on the side here if the students are interested. Usually the main pages that students will visit are the entrance requirements page, just to make sure that they meet the entrance requirements for the program. If I look at another program, and let's go down, there's about 150 programs here, so a lot to choose from. Many business and media programs. I'm going to take us to computer systems technology because this is a very popular program. If we look at the entrance requirements page, application processing, this program is open to applications from October 1st to March 6th for the September intake. And then we also have a January intake, so applications are accepted from March 15th to August 28th. Again, very competitive program. If students apply, they will be competing against many other international students. So for this program, you have to have very high level English and math because those are the only two entrance requirements. And you can see that here. Step 1, following entrance requirements, English. Same thing as the previous program, but remember, this is a competitive program. So it's not enough to just have the minimum requirement. Like I said earlier, students usually need to have math and English up in the 90s to be able to compete for the computer systems technology program. I'm going to give you one more program to consider, and that is civil engineering. Again, a fantastic program, 4-year bachelor degree in civil engineering. The postgraduate employment rates, I'm going to show you in a minute. But entrance requirements, same thing, it's competitive. Students can apply from October 1st to February 15th. Now, there is only a September intake for this program. So we have 2 deadlines. The faculty will usually choose the majority of the students after the first deadline. So maybe 70 to 80% of the seats will be filled at this point, but they won't fill 100%. So then we open up applications again from the 16th of February to the 15th of April. And then that's it. You have to submit your complete application by that deadline. And what are the entrance requirements? English. Now here they need category 1 minimum. So that's English 12, 73%, which is IELTS 7.0, Duolingo 130. Pre-calculus 12 with a 73, Chem 11, 73, Physics 12 with a 73. And they also have to have one approved grade 12 academic course, and you can click here to find out what that is. Then there's also a questionnaire. For students who are interested in civil engineering, it is a fantastic career. And if you click on graduating and jobs, same thing, you'll see a civil engineering survey. How's that for postgraduate employment? 100% employment rate. Every student gets a job out of this program. And they're earning $72,800 a year. So that's a very decent wage for students coming straight out of a bachelor degree. So there are many other things to see on our website, which I won't go over right now. And if you ever have questions, please feel free to contact us.
In this video, I'm going to talk about the admission requirements in BCIT. So BCIT offers 300 programs to international students, and the entrance requirements can be different from program to program. Please always refer to the program's webpage for most accurate and up-to-date information. For flexible learning programs, most of them require English only. For example, IELTS 6.0 or Duolingo 105. Since they have lighter course load, the language requirements are lower compared to other programs. Students just need to provide us with their English test results. Some of the flexible programs may have other requirements than English, so make sure you check out the program's website for that information. For regular credential programs, they all require English, plus other academic requirements. Most programs require IELTS 6.5 or Duolingo 120, but some trades programs have lower language requirements. For example, IELTS 6.0 or Duolingo 105. For business and computing programs, they would require math in addition to English. If you are going to apply to engineering programs, they would require math, physics, and/or chemistry, depending on the program. Students can apply with their high school transcript or university transcript from their home country, as long as they meet the percentage requirements of these subjects. Please note that most programs in BCIT are first qualified, first accepted, but some computing and architecture programs are competitive entry. For the competitive programs, students would need strong academics to secure their seats in the programs. Finally, I'd like to add a comment about scholarship. BCIT does not have entrance scholarship for international students. However, when students are in Canada on a valid study permit, they are allowed to work part-time during the term and full-time between the terms. In BCIT, some programs offer academic awards to international students after their first year, and they don't need to submit a separate application. Students will be notified when they receive the awards.
In this video, we will be talking about services and support for international students attending BCIT. The International Student Center offers support and many resources for international students. Regular workshops on RSCC requirements, study permits, work permits, PGWP requirements for international students. Peer mentoring. International peer mentoring is a free peer-to-peer social support program that connects new international students just starting their first term at BCIT with a mentor who is a continuing student in a good academic standing. BCIT students and alumni are extremely fortunate to have a dedicated group of career specialists and BCIT Student Association who provide a number of valuable services, including industry days, job fairs, specialized workshops, employer showcases, and individual support and guidance. Medical insurance. We will help international students to apply for British Columbia Medical Service Plan, MSP, once they arrive in BC. And also, we will offer a temporary basic private medical coverage during their MSP coverage waiting period. Resources are available online or in person at both our Burnaby and downtown campuses. The BCIT Student Association is a non-profit student organization at BCIT with a mandate to enhance student life. The BCIT SA offers support and services to students across all 5 campuses. The services including career services, clubs and events, student advocacy, student health and dental plan, wellness services, and much more. BCIT Recreational Services is here to promote, encourage, and enable the practice of physical and mental well-being. We consider recreation an integral part of campus life, and we welcome all students to enjoy our services. Every BCIT campus has a gym with a free access to our students.
In this video, I will talk about the accommodation on BCIT campus. BCIT offers long-term and short-term on-campus housing on our Burnaby main campus. The student housing is located next to the sports field, gym, library, and many other campus recreation facilities. Student housing provides opportunities to share experiences with people from different backgrounds, participate in activities, and become involved in campus life while working towards their academic goals. On-campus housing is not mandatory. If students prefer living off-campus, there are many homestay families and off-campus rentals available to students. BCIT has developed a housing guide for international students. Please feel free to access and read it from our website. Generally speaking, the living cost in Metro Vancouver area is about $1,200 to $1,500 Canadian dollars every month as of 2024. It includes housing, food, transportation, cell phone, etc. Now we are reaching the end of this training session. Thank you for watching the videos and learn about BCIT. We are not like other post-secondary institutions, and we take great pride in being so focused on our industry expertise and the postgraduate employment rates of our students.
It's a lot of information, but we'd like to highlight 3 key points. BCIT trains students for their future careers. We have over 300 regular and flexible programs to meet the needs of different students. Regular programs are intensive daytime study. Flexible provides more freedom for students who want to work and study. And entrance requirements are program specific. Most will require IELTS 6.5 or Duolingo 120. We have a number of English test options. Depending on the program, they may also need math, chemistry, and physics. Please check each program page to make sure students are meeting the requirements of the programs they want to apply to.
There is plenty of information available to you and your students on bcit.ca/international webpage. We separate between international applicants and international students. Students who are considering to apply to BCIT should visit the International Applicants page. Students who are currently at BCIT and require services or assistance should go to the International Students section.
On behalf of Vicky, Katrina, and myself, and the rest of the international recruitment and admissions team at BCIT, I would like to thank you for joining us today, and please do not hesitate to contact us at international@bcit.ca if you have any questions.
Thank you. We look forward to hearing from you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to Montreal University Training Hub training session. My name is Jason. I'm the International Admissions and Recruitment Specialist at the university. Today, for this video, I'll be introducing Montreal University and Calgary in general. Calgary is located in Alberta, the western part of Canada. Calgary is the 4th largest city in Canada, as well as Alberta's biggest city. Known for its low cost of living, affordable housing, and high incomes, Alberta residents have the highest income in Canada. Over the past years, Calgary has become the top destination for Canadians. Currently, we have the highest population inflow among all Canadian provinces. Calgary has about 1.6 million people in population. At the meantime, Calgarians enjoy over 300 sunny days per year. The average daytime temperature is a mild -3 degrees Celsius in January. Moreover, we are close to famous national parks like Banff and Jasper, offering easy access to ski resorts, lakes, and weekend hiking opportunities, all within an hour and a half drive. Established in 1910, MRU is one of Alberta's largest public universities. With over 50 programs and majors, we have an on-campus community of 15,000 students, among which international students constitute only 5%. This exclusively guarantees an authentic Canadian study and living experience at Montreal University. At MRU, we prioritize the student experience, maintaining small class sizes with an average of only 32 students per class. These ensure personalized and high-quality education, making it easier to track projects, attendance, and obtain reference letters for jobs, and also networking opportunities. We take pride in our high employment rate of 94% and a satisfaction rate of 95%. You can find the 4 strong data in this PowerPoint for promotional purposes. That concludes our overview of MRU and Calgary. Thank you very much. Hello everyone. During this session, I will be introducing some of the unique services that we provide at MRU. Just in case if you're wondering what the background is, that is our 40 feet tall climbing wall in our gym, and all of our students can use this gym for free. Speaking of career services, MRU has a well-established work integrated learning system. There are working components for most of our programs. They can be co-op work terms, practicums, internships, or etc. So most of our students will be graduating with some sort of existing working experience. Furthermore, our Career Services Office will help our students to build their first resume, to do job researches, and then set up mock and practice interviews. This leads to a very high employment rate we have, a 94% employment after 2 years of graduation. In this slide, you can see some of the companies that we're currently working with right now. So we really would like to equip our students with the working experience and career knowledges for future job markets. To better support our international students, we have a international education office and an international student support center. After students received admissions, we'll navigate our students to the program academic advisors to choose courses and do the course registrations. And then our colleagues at International Education Office will hold info sessions and workshops to help students to prepare for their upcoming international trip. We also have workshops to help with study permit extension and postgraduate work permit applications and things like that. If students need counseling or wellness services, we also have them provided here as well at the university. Besides that, we also have an International Student Support Center. We arrange something like pizza nights, karaoke nights, movie nights, and we take students to Banff and Lake Louise for hikes periodically. And we have a place for international students to have lunch together every day. And all of the services and workshops I have mentioned above are all free. All in all, we try to prepare our international students mentally and support them with the soft skills and immigration advices for future life challenges. We have two on-campus residences for students to choose from. One is a condo style, the other one is a townhouse style. As long as students pay the deposit before the deadline, we can guarantee that new students will be having a spot on the residence. For the residence, every student will have their own bedroom and a walk-in closet, so students will have privacy for sure. The roommates just need to share the same living room and the bathroom together. And in this picture, you can see some of the floor plans that we have. I'm excited to introduce MRU's diverse range of programs in this video. With approximately 60 majors and programs we offer, most of them being four-year bachelor degrees. While we don't currently provide master or PhD programs, we do have some highly thought-after programs options for you to choose from. Let's dive into the fascinating programs under the Faculty of Health, Community, and Education. The Bachelor of Midwifery and Nursing have garnered significant amount of attention from international students. But do note that these two programs have very high rigorous entry requirements. For the Bachelor of Social Work and Diploma of Social Work, unfortunately, they are not open for international students at the moment. If your students are looking for elementary level teaching, MRU's Bachelor of Education program might be the perfect fit. And don't miss out on our exclusive offering, the Bachelor of Health and Physical Education program, a one-of-a-kind opportunity in Western Canada for those seeking adventure or physical education-related programs. Moving on to our largest faculty, the Faculty of Business and Communication Studies, we take pride in our AACSB membership and the high employability rates of our BBA majors. Though we don't offer master programs, we have excellent business post-bac certificates in marketing, human resources, and advanced accounting. Under the Faculty of Science and Technology, you will find exciting programs such as computing science, biology, chemistry, environmental science, and geology. Starting 2024, we're the first university in Alberta who provides data science major. One unique outlier is a Bachelor of Computing Information Systems. This program is a combination of both computing science and business. On the right-hand side, you can see the Bachelor of Arts programs. We have the only criminal justice program in Alberta. Meanwhile, students can choose from policy studies, English, history, psychology, sociology, and anthropology as their Bachelor of Arts majors. In this slide, I would like to showcase the unique programs at Montreal University. We're one of the only few public universities in Canada who offers an aviation program. We have two campuses, one of them being an airport for future pilots. We have 8 airplanes now, plus multiple flight simulators. Our training is designed for commercial pilot license, CPL. We also work with industrial giants like Jazz, WestJet, and Sunwing. For those who are seeking specialized business training after their degree, we offer business post-bachelor certificates. To be eligible for those certificates, applicants must have a valid bachelor degree to apply. Marketing and human resources are more accessible, while the advanced accounting option require a prior completion of a course called Accounting 2121. Please note, the certificate program spans 1.5 years and consists of 3 semesters. Another remarkable program exclusive to MRU is the Bachelor of Health and Physical Education, making us the only institution in Western Canada offering this program. This program caters to individuals interested in outdoor adventures and physical education-related fields. For instance, you can see MRU Professor Ian Sherrington in the picture scaling Mount Logan, Canada's highest peak. Other than bachelor degrees, MRU caters to students seeking 2-year diplomas. Our massage therapist diploma and personal fitness trainer diploma are nationally accredited, allowing our graduates to practice anywhere in Canada upon graduation. On average, graduates from those two programs received 7 job offers.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nidra Vijay-Singha, and I'm an International Enrollment Specialist at Algoma University. Thank you so much for joining our Train Hub videos. I look forward to teaching you more about Algoma University in the next few videos. You will learn more about our campuses, programs, scholarships, tuition, and much more. Hello, everyone. My name is Nidra Vijay-Singha, and I'm an International Enrollment
You'll feel it right away. The intimate, close-knit connections. Here, academic excellence is personal. Small seminars, hands-on learning, nurturing relationships. A place where individual voices count. People choose Algoma University because they want to engage in high-demand careers, urgent issues, social inequities, or cutting-edge studies led by award-winning researchers. And that's exactly what our personal scale delivers. Immersive experiences and innovative programs that equip you to tackle vital challenges and support underserved communities. But the most transformative lesson at Algoma comes from being immersed in diverse worldviews. We were founded with a special mission, a commitment to cross-cultural learning between Anishinaabe communities and the world. That mission, combined with the international profile of our students, global reach of our exchanges, and deep community partnerships, enriches every part of campus life and gives our grads invaluable leadership advantages. Algoma's 3 campuses, Sault Ste. Marie, Brampton, and Timmins, offer exciting student life options, immersed in nature or urban life. Our Thunderbird, a timeless symbol of strength and resilience, is our constant reminder of the impact we can have together. Algoma University. Innovative, intimate, impactful.
Let's start off this video with why Algoma University should be your first choice. Algoma University has a high visa approval rate compared to other institutions in Ontario. Algoma University is a public university, which are the first choice among Canadians. We offer low tuition and accessible requirements at Algoma University. And we also offer high demand postgraduate work permit eligible programs. Lastly, we have 2 incredible diverse campus locations for international students. In the next slide, we're going to focus on why public universities are more popular in Canada. Public universities are recognized for being the top tier of Canadian education system, and all top-ranked Canadian universities are public universities. Public universities are the first choice among Canadian families, and public university graduates are more likely to get the best jobs in the market and have the highest income rates in Canada. On this slide, I'd like to explain the importance of obtaining a bachelor's degree from a Canadian institution. Individuals with a bachelor's degree have a higher employment rate and earning power where they will make 24% above the national average. A bachelor's degree is a requirement for most high-paying jobs in Canada, and we have noticed that the number of jobs requiring a bachelor's degree has doubled since 2015. Bachelor's degrees from a Canadian public university are highly recognized across the world and will allow you to work and study anywhere in the world. On this slide, we will focus on visa success rate at Algoma University. We have one of the highest visa approval rates in Ontario. In the first half of the year 2024, when visa approval rate was low, our visa approval rate across the world was 72%. Students who submit applications to Algoma University have a good chance of getting their visas. On this video, we will discuss Algoma University's diverse and unique campuses. International students at Algoma University study at two great campuses, both located in the province of Ontario. Our Sault Ste. Marie campus, which is our founding and largest campus, and our urban campus, the Brampton campus. Let's take a look at the Sault Ste. Marie campus. If you are a nature enthusiast, the Sault Ste. Marie campus is the place for you. Nested between the Great Lakes, the vibrant Northern Ontario city provides you lots of outdoor adventures regardless of the season. At Algoma U Sault Ste. Marie campus, students will have access to on-campus residence and free GLC gym membership. What is special about the Sault Ste. Marie campus is that it offers low cost of living and it is a safe neighborhood on the US border. Next, let's see what Brampton has to offer. Brampton is one of Canada's fastest growing cities. Located in the heart of Greater Toronto Area, Brampton offers students a dynamic urban experience with many cultural events, celebrations, and activities. Brampton offers over 1,500 businesses, restaurants, and entertainment options right at your doorstep. At the Algoma University Brampton campus, students will have access to 40% off discount on their GO Transit Pass and have a free membership at the local YMCA, which is only a minute away from the campus. In this video, we will learn more about some of the most popular faculties at Algoma University. Let's start off this video with the School of Computer Science and Technology. This is the most popular faculty among students at Algoma University. The School of Computer Science and Technology offers 4 bachelor specializations. The specializations are Computer Game Technology and Creative Arts, Mobile Software Engineering, and Artificial Intelligence. They also offer 2 master's programs, our Master of Computer Science and Master of Science in Computer Science. Lastly, they offer 4 graduate certificate programs, and the programs are Graduate Certificate in Information Technology and Infrastructure, Graduate Certificate in Cybersecurity, Graduate Certificate in AI and Data Science, Graduate Certificate in Information Technology. Next, we have the Faculty of Business and Economics. The Faculty of Business and Economics offer 4 bachelor's programs and 5 specializations. The bachelor's programs are Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Arts in Accounting, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Finance and Economics. And the specializations are Accounting, Aviation Management, Business of Esport Economics, Human Resource Management, and Marketing. Lastly, we're looking at the Faculty of Science. The Faculty of Science offers a few bachelor's programs such as Bachelor of Science in Biology, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science, and Psychology with both Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Art options. And they also have a specialization in health sciences. They offer a great graduate certificate program for all environmental science enthusiasts, the Graduate Certificate in Environmental Science. On this video, we're going to be discussing programs offered at Algoma University. Let's take a look at our bachelor's programs first. Algoma University offers both 3-year and 4-year degree programs. Students have many programs to choose from based on their interests, from business programs to science and humanities programs. We discussed about our business, computer science, and science faculties earlier, and I would like to introduce 2 more amazing faculties: the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences and the Faculty of Cross-Cultural Studies. These both offer amazing programs to students. On this slide, I have listed few 3-year bachelor's degree programs that are extremely popular among international students. They are the 3-year computer science degree, 3-year economics, 3-year accounting degree, 3-year bachelor's of science in biology degree, 3-year psychology degree, 3-year law and justice degree, and the 3-year political science degree. Moving on to our master's programs, Algoma University recently introduced a few exciting master's programs. These master's programs have been developed to address market gaps and opportunities. Master of Computer Science is a 1-year, 3-semester course-based program offered at both Sault Ste. Marie and Brampton campuses. Master of Science in Biology is a 2-year, 6-semester thesis-based master's program offered at both campuses as well. Next up, we have the Master of Global Science and Economy. This is also a 2-year, 4-semester course-based program. It's offered at both campuses as well. And finally, Master of Science in Business Analytics, which is a 2-year, 4-semester course-based program and is only offered at our Sault Ste. Marie campus. In this video, we will take a quick glance at admissions requirement at Algoma University. Let's start with our bachelor's degrees. Applicants require a 75% average in their qualifying studies to be admissible to our Bachelor of Science in Biology program, while the admission requirement for Business Administration, Psychology, and Bachelor of Social Work is 70%. The requirement for Computer Science and Bachelor of Arts programs is 65%. Moving on to our master's programs, the admissions requirement for the Master of Computer Science is a 4-year bachelor's degree in computer science, information technology, or a related area with a minimum of 75% or a B+ average in the last 2 years of studies. For the Master of Science in Business Analytics, applicants are required to have a 4-year bachelor's degree in any field of mathematics, science, computer science, engineering, economics, business, or related fields with a good quantitative record from an accredited university. The average requirement is a B average with a minimum of a B+ average for quantitative courses. For the Master of Global Business and Economy, we accept bachelor's degrees in any field of study with a minimum of 75% or a B+ average in the last 2 years of full-time studies. And finally, the Master of Science in Biology, students are admissible to this program with a Bachelor's of Science degree in any field of life sciences with a minimum of 75% or B+ average in the last 2 years of study. Our final set of admissions requirements, the admissions requirements for our graduate certificate programs. The average requirements for the environmental science graduate certificate is 80%, while all other programs require a 60% average. On this slide, I have listed the academic prerequisites for our bachelor's programs. For a Bachelor of Business Administration, you require 1 high school math course. For Bachelor of Science, Biology, and Environmental Science, 1 math course and 2 science courses. For Bachelor of Science in Psychology, you're only required to have 2 science courses. And for the Bachelor of Computer Science, 1 math course prerequisite. Finally, for the Bachelor of Arts programs, Accounting, Economics, and Finance, you're also required to have 1 math course. We're now approaching the most exciting part of this video, scholarships and bursaries. Algoma University was ranked first nationwide for the availability and generosity of scholarships and bursaries. More money has been allocated towards scholarships this year. We offer 4 entrance scholarships to our undergraduate students ranging from $500 to $5,000. What is really attractive about our $5,000 scholarship is that it can be renewed every year. The scholarships are based on academic merit and most recent academic history. Students also receive a 3,000 Canadian dollar bursary towards our graduate certificate programs per year. I mentioned earlier that our computer science programs are popular among students. What makes them even more popular is that the Computer Science Award. Starting September 2024, international students entering into degrees in computer science will be considered for a Computer Science Award of up to 2,500 Canadian dollars a year. For 3-year degrees, students will receive an award of up to 7,500 Canadian dollars, and for a 4-year degree, the award amount is 10,000 Canadian dollars. On this video, we're going to take a look at the residence facilities at Algoma University's Sault Ste. Marie campus. At the Sault Ste. Marie campus, we have on-campus housing available for all 4 years of study. Each dormitory building has a full-service residence kitchen and entertainment centers. These buildings are extremely safe with 24-hour video surveillance in common areas and security present at the premises. Students also have access to meal plans and weekly cleaning services at these buildings. At Algoma University, all first-year students are guaranteed a single room. Role in interactive learning. At Algoma University, we offer experiential learning opportunities for every degree program, be it a co-op position, internship, or a placement. Degrees like social work have mandatory placements where students will gain 700+ hours of experience in placement. We also offer research opportunities to our undergraduate students. Faculty at Algoma University hire students every summer to conduct valuable research and help within their field of study. Focus on student support available at Algoma University. At Algoma University, we prioritize students' physical, mental, and academic well-being. To support our students, we have a number of free services available on campus. We have an open door policy at Algoma University, and students have access to an academic advisor, research opportunities, the math and writing lab, free tutoring, and access to a learning strategist. We also offer personal wellness models, counseling services, free helplines in support apps, and much more services. On this video, we have a list of important dates for the 2025 fall intake. This information is constantly changing and may be outdated at the time of your training. So please always refer to our website for more accurate information. For international students applying from overseas, the last day to apply is June 20th, and the last day to pay their tuition deposit is July 4th. And for onshore international students, the application deadline for you is August 14th, and the payment deadline is August 15th. Classes for this semester start on September 3rd.
Hello and welcome to our Agent Onboard training for the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology. We're just going to go over a little bit of our agenda. We have 5 chapters within our video presentation today. You're looking at the first chapter of Why Study with NATE. Second chapter we're looking at is our student supports that we offer here at NATE. Our third video is looking at our programs, an overview to see what would interest your students. And finally, the last chapter is our admissions. What are the requirements that you need? And we will see you in our next video. In this video, we're going to be discussing the many benefits as to why studying in Canada is beneficial for your students. Canada currently is ranked number 4th in the OECD Better Life Index, which means it's based on a weighted average of 11 topics of housing, income, jobs, community, education, environment, civic engagement, health, life satisfaction, safety, and work-life balance, which are identified as essential for this ranking in the areas of material living conditions and the quality of life. Canada is also targeting about 485 landed immigrants in 2024, and we are, in the last 3 years, more than 300,000 international students were actually able to transition to the permanent residency status, which is showing that Canada recognizes that our international students make excellent candidates for this permanent residency program. We'll see you in the next video. In this video, we're going to be covering the benefits of Alberta and what you know about Alberta, Canada. Alberta is the province in Western Canada situated between British Columbia and Saskatchewan. Conveniently, it's just a short 1.25 hour flight from Vancouver and about a 4-hour flight from Toronto. Being the world's 3rd largest reserve of oil and gas, people living in Alberta and Edmonton enjoy the exemption from our provincial taxes, which really reduces the cost of living. So for example, while residents in Ontario would typically pay about 13% in overall taxes, those in Alberta only pay the 5% GST. Alberta also offers international students free healthcare, which means access to doctors and hospital at any time. We are also one of the highest economic growth regions, according to our 2023 research, which is great for all of our Albertans. So our overall outlook for Alberta, highlighted here from 2021 to 2030, is more than half of the new jobs openings within Alberta will be in the 3 areas of sales and service occupations at about 19%. Our trades, transports, and equipment operators and related occupations are sitting at about 19%, and our business, finance, and administration occupations at 14%. Alberta is one of the youngest populations among Canadian provinces, with a median age of about 38 years, and that's in comparison to the average age of about 41 all across Canada. About 56% of our Albertans are post-secondary education, and we are the fastest growing number of tech workers in Alberta. One of the nice things is Alberta enjoys the highest number of sunny days in Canada, with up to 18 hours of daylight in the summertime and over 312 days of sunshine each and every year. We also hold the #1 spot in Canada for the Human Development Index, which means we have a very balanced work-life balance. And we'll see you in the next video. In this slide, we're going to learn a little more about Edmonton. Edmonton is the capital city of Alberta. It is also a business and political high-tech hub within Alberta. It has strong value of entrepreneurship, and there's a lot of support within Edmonton to help start your own business. We have a projected population to grow at about 1.5 million by 2035. And we have a smaller population density than somewhere, for example, like Toronto, with a population of about 151 people per square kilometer. Our average age of our people in Edmonton is about 36 years old, which is considered one of the youngest cities in Canada. In Edmonton, we have currently ranked about #5 in the most affordable cities in Canada in 2024. And with our living costs about 33% less in Toronto, that contributes to our lower living costs. So for example, with an average family income of about $112,000, which is compared to the Alberta mean of about $96,000, a 1-bedroom apartment in Edmonton will average you about $1,500 a month, whereas that same size 1-bedroom apartment in Toronto averages about $2,400 a month. Edmonton also holds the 3rd highest retention rate in the country for our international students, which makes it an ideal destination for students planning to immigrate post-graduation. We enjoy 4 distinct seasons here in Edmonton during the year, with an average summer temperature around 21 degrees Celsius. And in the wintertime, we have about an average temperature of about -15 degrees Celsius. We have many attractions within our Edmonton region. The biggest one is our North Saskatchewan River Valley that is about 22 times larger than New York City's Central Park. And at any given time, you can be going amongst one of our many trails within Edmonton and not even realize you're within an urban city. We also hold the largest indoor mall in North America, West Edmonton Mall, and that includes a hotel, skating rink, aquarium, casino, and so much more. We'll see you in the next slide. In this next video slides, we're going to be talking about why study at NAIT. Results from our employer satisfaction survey that you can see on the screen, results show that 98% of our employers are satisfied with the students that they hire from our NAIT programs. Over 90% of our full-time graduates find employment within 9 months of graduation from their program in their desired field. And about 93% of our students are satisfied with their overall experience at NAIT. And one of the best ones is over 95% of our alumni would recommend NAIT to other people interested in studying here. So discover, why is NAIT great? We have a very unique learning experience. We have hands-on learning. So that gives our students practical experience with the equipment and technology that they'll be using in today's industry. They're going to gain real-life work skills. So they're going to be working with real patients. They're going to work with bank simulations, etc. And so what's interesting about the hands-on learning experience is we have a 50% theory and a 50% application to allow our students to study, to practice what they are actually studying. We are a tech-based education, so we have state-of-the-art facilities and simulation work centers for our students to learn on. And they have access to world-class learning resources. So they work with the large, complex equipment that they're going to be facing on the job once they graduate. NAIT produces a skilled workforce that's directly aligned with our industry needs and partnerships. And with this industry partnership, our programs are developed by their input, with their input. We also have applied research. So our instructors have multiple years of industry research, and our program focuses on the presentation, research projects, and relative work experience. So NAIT was founded in 1962 to address the employment training needs within Edmonton. We are one of the largest polytechnics in Canada, and currently we have more than 40,000 more than 84 countries around the world. More than 100 countries. NAIT has been a long-standing relationship with our industry, as mentioned, and they help us create our curriculum and establish this workplace to our work placements with our students. We also have over 219,000 alumni, which reflects our NAIT's long history of strong relationships with the industry, and we delivering results with our partners in applied research, especially in the areas of energy, environmental protection, and resource sustainability. Most of our grads that come from NAIT, showing in this 2023 stat, is most of them are within Canada when they find, or within Alberta when they find their work placement. And the majority of that work placement is actually in the Edmonton region, but they do have outside opportunities of Alberta as well across the country. We are very easily accessible throughout the city. We are connected by a train and bus routes from campus to our downtown core, and our student fees actually include a discounted transit pass, so our students have access to these passes. NAIT also recently inaugurated a brand new train station that is conveniently located within walking distance of our main building. So during those Alberta winters, they won't be outside for very long in between taking the train and getting into our building. And we will see you in our next video. Within Edmonton, there are many housing opportunities that are available to our international students. We currently have a partnership with Horizon Residence and Mainstay, which is a company that finds housing for our students. We've partnered with them, and more information and more detail about those apartments and housing can be found on our NAIT website. We also work with a homestay program that can pair our international students with families that want to sponsor them to stay in the home with them during their student studies. But until our future residence is up and running, students have the options to rent apartments or houses around our city. We'll see you in the next video. We have an international and intercultural community center within their NAIT campuses. And what this does is it has an area for our international students to come and find support within our campus. We have a team of immigration licensed advisors on campus, so our students don't have to go off-site to find information about study permit extensions or visas or any of that. We also have an international student peer mentor program, which pairs our current international students with some newcomers that come to Alberta and to our school. It just helps our students settle into the routine of everyday school life within our community. We also hold newcomer booster programs, academic support, and counseling for our international students at any given time. This is a great opportunity and a great area for all our international students to come together and meet each other from all different countries. See you in the next video. Here at NAIT, we have various student support services that all of our students, not just international and domestic students, can access throughout their time here at NAIT during their studies. We offer student study groups. Academic advisors are on hand, whether to talk about your course schedules or if you need to come together with our international immigration advisors to talk about permits, study permit extensions, that sort of stuff. We have our international peer mentor programs. We also offer student counseling, immigration workshops, and resume advices and interview practices for students to be prepared upon graduation. Our student service supports also offers career fair and industry networking, which is a really good opportunity to find those jobs after graduation. See you in the next video. Our scholarships and bursaries are a good topic for all of our students here at NAIT. With the support of donors and the government, NAIT awards over $6 million in scholarships and bursaries to more than 4,000 students each year. We have entrance awards that are available to all of our new students within the first 4 to 5 months that a term intake has opened for applications. Your new student can apply for the entrance scholarship. They range anywhere from $500 to $5,000. For example, this fall, we offered a total of $200,000 Canadian entrance scholarships for over 128 recipients. And a full list of these available scholarships and opportunities can be found on our NAIT website at nait.ca. NAIT's credit programs are organized by 7 schools that focus on specific industry sectors within our Alberta economy. Each school is uniquely equipped with facilities, equipment, and curriculum designed to benefit the needs of their students. We also offer English as a second language and academic upgrading through our continuing education. Here at NAIT, our curriculum covers over 100 programs that are available to our international students, so there's lots of options for your students. The J.R. Shaw School of Business is one of the largest schools in Western Canada. Business is the common thread within every industry, and graduates from these programs leave NAIT ready to make an impact within the industry. Newly, we offered bachelor degrees in business administration and technology. So your students will build the skills and knowledge for a successful business career with the NAIT's Bachelor of Business Administration degree. And with our new 4-year degree pathway, your student can earn a technology diploma and Bachelor of Technology Management or BTech degree from NAIT. Plus, with both these programs, your students will be eligible to apply for a post-graduation work permit in order to stay in Canada and work after graduation. Our business program also offers diplomas that are 2 years in length in business administration and hospitality management. The School of Construction and Building Science offers comprehensive and industry-aligned programs that prepare our students for successful careers within the construction industry. The School of Energy and Natural Resources offers programs that are tailored to meet the needs of our industry sectors to drive Alberta's economy. You'll see our graduates working in numerous infrastructure, buildings, and technology and engineering programs all across Alberta and Canada. NAIT School of Media and Information Technology offers degrees, diplomas, certificates, and post-diploma programs that will prepare your students for a wide array of dynamic and in-demand careers, from cybersecurity to digital media, computer engineering to network administration. They can explore comprehensive programs designed to equip them with the skills needed in today's fast-paced technology world. The School of Manufacturing and Automation offers a diverse array of diploma and apprenticeship programs for our students that are tailored to meet the demands of Canada's manufacturing and automation sectors. A few of the featured programs in this school is Instrumentation Engineering Technology, Materials Engineering Technology, and the CNC Machinist Technician. Our School of Transportation will prepare students for a career in solving automated puzzles, repairing the world's largest machines, operating cranes that make our modern construction possible. The School of Health and Life Sciences has a rich tradition of educating allied healthcare professionals. These are very popular programs within our international students and very competitive. The challenge for our international students, we find, is that we have an online interview process for these programs. We do this in order to make sure that our students have very good understanding of English speaking and language skills to be successful in these programs. Here at NAIT, we're prepared to support all of our students, including those experienced ones who want to leverage their skills to better position themselves within the Canadian industry. These certificates are valuable for professionals seeking to update their skills, pursue career advancement opportunities, or transition to new roles or industries. Offered by our continuing education, the International Professional Development Certificates are non-credit programs here at NAIT. Overall, they serve as a flexible and accessible means for professionals to acquire specialized knowledge and credentials relevant to their career goals and industry requirements. A few of them are our leadership and project management, where their students will develop their project management and leadership skills to introduce them to new tools, techniques, and business practices that will advance their career. The healthcare leadership and supervision develops those skills needed to become a leader in the healthcare team, in the healthcare field. From professionalism and ethics to management and leadership, we can build on existing education to become an effective supervisor within the healthcare area. The leadership and project management for IT offers our students a better understanding of team dynamics and its impact on the projects. Advanced healthcare leadership is based on the soft skills that you've developed in that leadership supervision program to further advance your opportunities within the field. And new or supply chain management, you can discover the essentials for procurement, logistics for maintaining the flow of goods and services within your new company. We'll see you in the next one. Your education here at NAIT can bring you so many other opportunities to further your education. For example, a pathway that you can see here is in your year one, your student can complete the Computer Network Administrative Certificate Program. Once they're completed that program, they can go into their U2 and continue on with, for example, Network Engineering Technology, the diploma program. After that diploma program, their opportunities can be opened up even further. In year 3 and 4, they can either go into the Bachelor of Applied Information System Technology, they can go into the Bachelor of Technology and Management, or advance their credit can be granted at other Canadian institutions. They can also go into other options, for example, cybersecurity, business intelligence and data engineering, and leadership for project management IT that are offered in our continuing education. Once they complete those 4 years, if they like, your student can continue into the graduate studies. They can go on to MBAs and other graduate programs within other universities in Alberta. In these next series of videos, you're going to see the admission requirements for our programs. First up, each program page lists those requirements that are needed in order for your student to be accepted into the program of choice. We don't provide pre-assessments to the program, so it's up to you and your students to determine if they actually meet the requirements for their desired program. NAET's entrance requirements will list the grade level and minimum Alberta high school courses to be considered for admission into this program. Your NAET admission team will assess your transcripts for the equivalencies to these required courses once your student applies. The 30-1 courses that you see in the admission requirements mean that your student is looking for their student's senior secondary school education or year 3. Where there's 20-1 courses, our admissions team is looking for the secondary school or year 2 of high school. Each individual program page shows all of the requirements needed for your student to be successful in their applications. In this video, we're going to talk about the English language proficiency or ELP requirements that your student does need to meet in order to be admitted into our NAET programs. There are 3 ways for a student to meet these ELP requirements. They can complete consecutive full-time studies in English at either a Canadian high school or a country that is listed on the NAET ELP exemption country list. Or they complete 2 years of the post-secondary education in Canada or in an ELP exempt country. The second way that your student can meet the ELP requirements is they complete the specific English language courses. This will either be the NAET ESL Level 6 or International Language Academy, for example, ILAC, under the university pathway of 3.2, 3.3, or 3.4 with a 75% grade or higher. The third way your student can meet the ELP requirements needed is to take an ELP test. These tests, for example, you can see in the IELTS academic, your student will have to meet a minimum score of 6.0 across all of the areas of the test. You can meet in TOEFL, Duolingo, or the PTE academic. A full list of all the English language pathway programs and ELP tests can be found at naet.ca/ELP for more information. NAET admissions team cannot make an offer of admissions until your student demonstrates that they meet all of these ELP requirements. We'll see you in the next video. In our continuing education area, we offer English as a second language to all of our international students. Should your students already have an ELP test scores valid within 2 years of taking that test score, they might be exempt from doing the placement test before registering for our ESL program. If your students are registering at the level of 5 or 6, they may also be eligible for conditional admission into our NAET credit programs. Should your students be at level 1 or 2, they will be required to take an ESL placement test before registering for English as a second language. And we'll see you in the next video. A post-graduation work permit, or PGWP, is an open work permit that gives eligible graduates permission to remain in Canada as a worker. Because a PGWP is an open work permit, holders may work for any employer and are allowed to change employers. Obtaining this PGWP allows eligible graduates from NAET to gain Canadian work experiences, which can help them prepare to apply for permanent residency here in Canada. Our NAET certificate, diploma, and degree programs that are at least 8 months in length may qualify eligible graduates for a PGWP. We have a full list on our NAET website of all of the eligible programs that your student can take here at NAET. See you in the next video. I want to thank you for joining us in this video series. Hope you enjoyed this training, and a few things that I would love for you to remember are Edmonton is the capital city of Alberta, located in Western Canada. We offer here at NAIT over 100 programs for our international students to explore. Our entrance requirements are located on every program page for great reference for you and your students. Our International Cultural Center is a hub of activity in order for our international students to meet, greet, and gain some valuable information throughout their studies here at NAIT. We love to support our students, and even though we don't offer housing on campus just yet, we do have partnerships with companies to help our students find a place to live within the community. Thank you again, and please look for our knowledge check at the end of our video.